blanket, sitting cross-legged if that feels good to you. If not, feel free to stretch one or both legs out in front of you. And supporting yourself with a blanket or maybe even a block or a cushion. And so we're getting our hips up high enough so that the top of our hip bones are higher than our knees. And that might be building yourself a little throne as we invite these hips to open in a direction that they may not move very often. So inviting that in. So once you've found your seat, closing your eyes, letting the shoulders drop away from the ears, feeling into a nice neutral space for your spine, equally engaging through the front body and the back body. The sit bones reaching towards the earth while the crown of the head reaches towards the sky. And as you begin to deepen your breath, see if you can invite more spaciousness into the in-between space between your vertebrae. You feel the spine lengthen, growing a little longer, a little taller. And tuning into expansive breath. And exploring what it feels like to connect in with freedom in your body. What does it feel like to experience freedom in your breath, your energy? And then exploring, what does it feel like? Maybe what does it look like to experience more freedom in your life? And what happens each day? Maybe some big dreams. And I suspect you can also draw a correlation with whatever freedom looks like to you to the concept of interdependence. That in order for us to experience certain things in our lives, it means other people being involved. It means not doing everything ourselves. It means that we share our vision, our experiences with other people that create more meaning, more joy, more freedom. So sensing into that connection between freedom and interdependence. But it's actually the more highly connected we are, the more freedom we can experience, although our culture tries to tell us quite the opposite, that if we are totally self-sufficient, separate from, in total individualistic, independence mind, that we'll experience freedom. So a couple more breaths here, noticing where this leads you in your mind, and then coming back to your body. Continuing the breath once again, one more breath. And then gently fluttering the eyes open. We'll begin to circle the ribs. It doesn't matter which direction. We'll go both ways, nice and slow. Noticing that the head wants to go opposite of the ribs. And notice this connectivity through your spine, how the weight shifts on your sit bones, the undulations of your spine, the movement of your head. We can't move just one part without it affecting the others, and yet we're bringing in more spaciousness, more ease into the whole being, this interdependence. Let's switch directions of the circle, going back the other way. Couple more, noticing how each part of the movement informs another part. Lovely, and coming back to center, closing the eyes and feeling into what has shifted in the spine. Maybe there's a little more spaciousness. Side body. And feel your body coming into more awakening as we cultivate our practice today, and more belonging to ourselves, belonging in the world around us. Bring your dominant hand fingers together to make a little flower shape with the fingertips, and let's tap right below the notch in your collarbone, just like an inch or two down from there. We'll tap a little bit. This is tapping for the thymus gland, which is really, this is the place where we produce T cells, which are the supporting cells for our immune system, and a place where we can send a lot of love to kind of awaken and soften and support in here. And also this is our energetic heart center. So just loving taps, awakening the energetics, the gland, the tissues. So having some awareness here. Open the palm and give yourself a little rub over the heart center. Beautiful. Let's switch the cross of the legs if they are crossed. So noticing this heart space here that we just awakened. Bring your hands to your heart. Take an inhale here. Exhale. Extend your hands out from your heart, rounding the spine. Inhale. Open the arms wide. Lift your heart. Exhale, gather back in, palms press together for just a moment, and then inhale, opening back out to the sides again. So we're just gonna flow. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, open. Feel that heart space expanding into freedom. And what does that look like from the heart space? Exhale, closing back in. Does it look like more or less connectivity in your life? Does it look like more or less ease? Let's do two more. Exhale in. yourself. Spread your wings, flying free like the birds in the air. But they too belong to a nest, to a community. Beautiful. Palms pressed together here. And now inhale, bringing the hands back to the heart. Exhale here, drop those shoulders. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale, press back up, both arms overhead. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, right. Inhale up. Exhale, left. Inhale up. And exhale right. And this time we'll stay here, opening your heart towards the sky a little bit more. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, begin to circle the arm, dropping it down in front of you and then reaching it back behind you, bringing it around. Really exploring space from the shoulder here. And then going back the other way, reversing the direction. And reaching long by the ear again, dropping down any little bit more towards the ground on the right side, and then inhale, press back up, both arms overhead. Exhale, side bend over to the left, opening the heart towards the sky a little bit more, dropping that right hip down. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, drop the right arm and sweep it back behind you. Think of all the connectivity in your life that allows you to experience certain types of freedom. The people that support you, amazing nourishment that provides health in multiple ways, reversing the direction. From food to friendships to beautiful places. A sense of freedom in your body, your mind, your spirit, your heart. Reaching the arm by the ear, and exhale, sinking down towards the earth a little more on this side. With your next inhale, press back up, both arms overhead. Stay lifted. Exhale, wrist circles. Float your arms out and down. And releasing your hands behind your back, roll your shoulders. Inhale, lift. Arms, heart to gaze. Drop those shoulders. Keep the arms lifting. Breathing into the heart. Feeling expansion. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Shake those arms out. Beautiful. Bring the legs to stretch out in front of you. Bounce out the knees. Roll the feet around. And then bring the feet to the floor. And we're going to bring the hands back behind us. Fingertips towards the body. Let the knees drop side to side. Getting a little hip massage here. And the next time your legs come over to the right, stay there, letting your knees drop down towards the earth. And then we're gonna sweep that left arm around and open up. And if you'd like, you can press the hips up and really stretch into that side body. A couple breaths here, wherever you decide to be, taking good care of yourself. Feel yourself expanding. And exhale, sitting back down. Bring the hands back behind you, rotating. And then we'll drop the legs to the other side, letting those hips adjust. Rotating the torso, sweeping that right arm around and pressing out through the heart. And if you'd like, you can lift the hips up, leaning back even more. Deep breaths wherever you choose to be here, feeling yourself expanding. And this freedom feel like in your body, in your breath. One more inhale and exhale, sitting back down. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Knees out to either side. Take a nice inhale, lengthening the spine. We're going to keep the spine nice and tall. So we exhale, hinging forward from the hips, keeping the spine long. So we're not rounding. And just notice where the stop is. This is the stop to freedom in your hips right now. And notice as you breathe, if you can melt a little bit more forward. No forcing, just allowing a little more ease, letting go. Really honoring and belonging in this body vessel. And it's interesting, as we care deeply for this body vessel, we can often find a lot more freedom in our movements, in what we can digest, in our abilities, especially as we age. Such a gift. Take one more inhale. And now as you exhale, round your spine and melt the head down towards the feet. Sending your feet gratitude for walking you through your day. Giving you the freedom to walk, to run, to skip, to dance. And with your next inhale, coming back up, scooping the knees up, giving yourself a little hug. Yay! So from here, we're going to make our way to standing. My invitation to you is to rock forward from here into a squat. And then we're going to stand up. If that doesn't work for you, you can definitely come to hands and knees and press up from there. So if you're in this squat, we're going to sweep the arms out and up, standing all the way up. Reach to the sky. Palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Hands come to the hips. And let's do a few hip circles. Find a little more opening in the hips in just a moment. Go back the other way. The sun feels so nice on my skin right now. Grateful for that. So we're going to take a nice wide stance here. And We're gonna do a little flow back and forth here, starting at a 5-pointed star. So like the fireworks, like a star out in the sky, or whatever vision appeals to you there. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, we're going to bend into the left knee and drop the right hand down towards the left foot, reaching the left arm up into the air. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. So we're bending deeply into that opposite knee. And if that doesn't work so well to come all the way down to the floor, you can just reach to the knee. So we're going to move back and forth, side to side here a few times. Notice what's happening in the hips, in the inner legs, stretching out, finding more freedom. One more each side. Beautiful. Now we're going to jump or heel toe your feet in together, and we're going to come to the back of the mat. So we're going to be moving side to side here. Move your blanket out of the way. So I'll show you some different variations here. So option number one is we're just going to step across the mat. We're going to bring the back leg behind, kind of like we're coming into a little like curtsy, and we're going to touch that opposite hand down. So left hand by right foot. So the same upper body movement we were just doing, and then coming back up, and then we'll step to the other side, do the same thing. So now we're kind of compressing into the hips. We're stretching through the glutes here, okay? So feel free to do that. If you'd like a little more like zing, we're gonna jump side to side here. So moving in whatever way feels approachable and exciting, joyous, and maybe give yourself like a little woo of like freedom and jump. Just a few more, you'll feel this working in your body. Woo. Let's do one more each side. Beautiful. Come back to center. Let's take some of those hip circles again. And going back the other way. Maybe some of your blood is moving a little more freely in your body. Beautiful. So coming to the top of your mat, finding Tadasana pose, spreading the toes really wide, sinking them down to the floor, to the earth, soft knees, lifted heart. And just sense for a moment how you belong to the environment where you are right now. What surrounds you? What supports you? How do you support it? Just belonging. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. A little back bend. Exhale, palms stay pressing together, fold forward. Bowing in gratitude. Inhale, flat back. Exhale down. Place the hands, step the right foot back behind you, high or low lunge. Feel free to drop that back knee to the floor if you would like. We're going to interlace the hands above the head, and except for the index fingers, coming to Kali Mudra. So having this little arrow or little flame squeezing the upper arms in towards the head, sinking down a little more through the legs, opening through the heart, gazing up. 2 breaths. Beautiful. If that back leg is dropped, lifted, then we're going to hop forward. You're welcome to keep your toes on the floor if you'd like. If you feel balanced enough, we're going to hinge forward, and then you can bring your arms out to the sides if you'd like. And really feel into this freedom, like you're a bird soaring in the air. One more inhale. And exhale, come to stand at the top of your mat. Shake it out. So back to what I spoke about at the beginning of class too, that structure creates freedom. When we're in these poses, like, we need the structure, right? We need the strength, the alignment to hold us there. And when we get that, there's a freedom there. And then when we come out of the pose, there's a freedom. It's like, wow, the body, the breath, the mind feels very different. So let's try the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Palms pressed together, down through the midline, holding forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, down, place the hands, step the left foot back behind you, high or low lunge. Finding your balance here. Inhale, lifting those arms up, interlace the fingers except for the index fingers. Thumbs are crossed. And into Kali Mudra. Feel the strength, the structure supporting you. And opening the heart, gazing up. 2 breaths here. And then hinging forward. Again, you can keep the toes on the floor if you'd like. If you would like to balance, you can lift the leg up and then bring the arms out to the sides and feel if you can find this sense of freedom. And the structure supporting you. One more inhale. And exhale, coming forward, full top of the mat. Shake your head around. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. And then from here, begin to sink the hips down towards the earth. You can bring your arms out in front of you if that works for you. And gently making your way onto your back. And you might rock and roll a few times if that feels good to you. A little massage along the spine. If not, just hug your knees into your chest, laying on your back. And then we'll all meet up there, hugging your knees into your chest. And then from here, crossing your right knee over top of your left. And having those knees nestled in against each other. Take an inhale here. And then as you exhale, drop your knees over to the right. And you can bring your arms out to T. And gaze out over the left arm if that feels comfortable for you. Feel this elongating stretch in the whole left side of your body. You feel this through your hip and shoulder as well as the whole side body, inviting in some space, some ease, noticing how all the parts of your body support each other. So incredible. Let's take 2 letting go breaths, releasing tension here. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Next inhale, unwind, come back to center, switch the cross of the legs. You might realign your spine and then drop the knees over to the left. You can look out over the right arm now. Notice the sensation, awareness on this side. Maybe it's similar or very different from the other side. Notice how sending breath can shift how this feels. And let's take 2 letting go breaths here. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Lovely. Unwind, come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. And let your knees come away from each other. Reach through the inside of the knees, grabbing onto the outside of the feet or the ankles for happy baby pose. And rocking side to side here. Happy baby, bringing joy. Joy is an emotion of freedom, and very often also of connectivity. Sharing life with others, feeling connected to our earth, our planet. Releasing from here, coming into Shavasana. Feel free to find any other poses you might like. And stretching out long, letting your shoulders slide down your back. Closing your eyes, feel your belly and chest soften, your jaw relax and release. The tongue can stay on the roof of the mouth, but let the teeth relax away from each other. The jaw softening, the eyeballs relaxing in their socket. And as you rest here, sensing into the connectivity of freedom, of interdependence, the connectivity that allows for the true magic that happens in our lives. It's not about doing it all yourself. Sinking into the support beneath you and all around you. Noticing how the breath might be flowing a little more freely now. With without doing anything, feel more freedom come into your felt sense of your body, of your breath. What does that feel like? Bringing your awareness back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath. And wiggle your fingers and toes. And as you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor. And come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal. Gently press your way up to find a seat. And sitting with your eyes closed, allow these words by David White to wash over you. Freedom is perhaps the ultimate spiritual longing of an individual human being. But freedom is only really appreciated when it falls within the parameters of a larger sense of belonging. And freedom is the wish to belong to structure in our own particular way. Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. And take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude out to all the cells in your being. I thank you all for joining me for practice today. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.